happy Wednesday morning to you all. Today is March the 10th. Headed out for a work commute on my new Honda Rebel 1100 DCT. Just brought it home last night. I've got 60 miles on it, roughly. 59, yeah. 60 miles. It was just the ride from the dealer straight back here. Got home about 6:30 or so. Had to play in rush hour traffic all the way home. I guess it was almost 7. Anyway, so I'm headed to the southeast kind of side of downtown today. Decided I'd take the new bike, put a few more break-in miles on it, take the back roads instead of the highways. Parking brake, so you have to release the tension and then push the button in, I guess. Yep, that's it. Cool. Drive. Traction control, ABS. Yep, they go away once you get rolling. Yep. Off we go. Temperature is about 62 this morning, and it's very humid. We must be right above the dew point, because as soon as I close my visor, it immediately fogged up. Gotta leave it cracked, so I apologize for the wind noise here. Probably won't record too much on the ride in this morning because the low light recording on the GoPros is pretty weak. The headlight pattern on this is interesting. I rode with it a little bit last night after dark, just to kind of try out the headlight. Didn't take the camera with me. It's got a very wide spread. It's a pretty good beam pattern, but it does have some dark spots up close. I guess that's kind of a common theme with OEM LED headlights these days. But the strange thing is the projector patterns on each one of the two low beams. When you lean the bike sideways, you get this diagonal stripe, a rectangular stripe on the road. It's kind of funny looking. Still lights up the road okay though. I will most likely put some driving lights down on the front end of this, either on the forks, or if I end up getting like an engine crash guard, I'll mount them on that instead. Somewhere fixed instead of bouncing around all the time. I keep reaching for a clutch. I untrained myself yesterday, and now I'm already reaching for a clutch again. I thought about getting the manual on this, but just that added technology and the coolness of that DCT I could not pass up. And it is buttery smooth. Even under high throttle, it's very smooth. I'm not really ringing this thing out yet. I'm going to be nice to it for the first 300 miles, and then we'll start playing. Yeah, so there's that diagonal stripe I was talking about. It lights up the inside of the corner, so that's kind of good. Oh, that's good reach on the high beam. Got flash to pass on the low side. That's pretty cool. So I haven't really played with the gauges and figuring out my autonomy and all that. Says my range is still 86 miles, which means full tank I've got 150-ish. I would think it gets a lot better than that. So I'm halfway down on the fuel. Of course, I don't know if the dealer filled this thing all the way up or not, but that's putting my overall range, what was it, 3.6 or 3.8 gallon tank on this. So overall range is 160 miles at this rate. So not fantastic, but we'll find out as the miles build. I'll be tracking my fuel statistics and posting them on fuely.com for everybody to kind of keep track of how it's doing. Be a pretty sunrise. Some clouds on the horizon there to bring up the pinks and the blues from the sunrise. It's good. Wow, check out the sunrise. It's like getting past all these trees. There's a timing to these lights here on Highway 90, and if you can run about 10 over the limit, right around 60, 62, you make every one of them. And if you miss one, you miss every single one of them. It sucks. Look at that sunrise. That's gorgeous. Yeah, so the ergonomics on this thing are good. My only complaint so far is the seating position is a little too far forward for what I was expecting out of a cruiser. So maybe when I put a seat pad on this and it lifts me up a little bit, it might change my arm reach issue, because I'm a shorty, short limbs. But otherwise, I'm thinking maybe some bar risers and just angle them back a bit. I don't really want the bars higher up. I just want them about half inch, maybe inch closer to me. Do a quick little blip in sport here, see how the throttle map feels. Oh yeah, it's definitely more aggressive. decided to take this route this morning instead of the main highways because this is a very bumpy road, and I want to see how the bike does over this. There's going to be some pretty ugly bumps through here, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, yeah, there's a good one. Oh, there's a real good one. That got me out of the saddle. Yeah, so really sharp bumps this thing has a tough time with. Let's see what I can do about the spring rates on the rear. Or I might look into aftermarket shocks eventually. What the hell are we looking at here? I don't know which side I'm supposed to be on. That's messed up, man. There's no signage. Just good luck. Pick a side. If you're going the wrong way, tough shit. Well, so they've gotten all this repaved. That's good. Good. Eee, that one got me out of the saddle too. And the pegs, being as far forward as they are, don't really allow you to stand up much. Oh, that was rough. Yeah, that's rough. I'm just kind of preloading myself by pulling on the handlebars to be able to hinge upward with my feet as the bumps come at me. Tracks. See how this goes. Boom, but boom. Oh, that's not bad. Traction control lit up. I saw that. in drive if you drop the side stand. Boink! Neutral, kills the motor. Nice. Sorry for the music in the background. Hopefully that won't cause me to have to kill the audio here. So here we go. First work commute done. Well, not totally. Halfway done. Looks pretty good. Alright, time to go to work. Make some money and pay for my toys. Oh, I guess I can show locking the column here. Haven't tried that yet. This is a safe area, but I'll lock it just the same. So you use the same key, and somehow, some way, you push in and turn 180 degrees clockwise. Cool. Alright. Done. Catch y'all this afternoon. Oops. Happy Wednesday afternoon, everybody. It's around 3 o'clock. I'm cutting out a little bit early today. My allergies are just going bonkers today. We've got so much pollen in the air. It's kind of an overcast, windy day. Threatening to rain, but we don't really have any rain in the forecast. But man, the allergies are just going nuts for me today. So I'm headed out. I'm going to do a couple of errands on the way home and stop by the drugstore and pick up some Benadryl or something. Ugh. Probably sneezed 100 times today at least. Fuel's getting low. Probably have to stop and get some fuel on the way. Got a 59-mile range left in it, so we'll see how that plays. Another bike. Ooh, it is windy. Coming out of the south today. Right behind me right now, and it is blowing. And it's starting to rain, isn't that just fantastic? I didn't bring my rain gear, but I do have the liner for this jacket in case I need it. Ooh. So I think I might rotate these bars down a little bit and see if that helps with my reach, because I'm really almost stiff shouldering it if I try to sit up. Needs to be about an inch closer to me. If I try to sit closer up on the tank, it doesn't really help, so I'm not sure that the factory accessory seat that pushes you forward, I forget what they call it, the forward seat, whatever, I don't think that would really help. I just want the bars to come back a little bit. So I'll probably do bar risers, or maybe just try to rotate these back a hair. We'll see how it plays out. Risers would be the obvious fix, because then it'll bring them up and back a tiny bit. It'll tilt the risers toward me. Don't need much, just an inch, maybe two. she said. Dusty. You can see how much dust is getting kicked up over here in this construction yard. Well, if my lens is already wet on the camera, good luck with that. So the factory accessories don't seem to be available for this yet here in the States. I searched every one of the online parts houses I could find, and even Honda's own accessory store, you know. And the only thing that is available right now is, I think, one of the saddlebags. It might be the right saddlebag or something like that. But you can't mount the saddlebags without the brackets, so none of it's available yet. So we'll see how this plays out. I'll probably stop by my local dealer, Wild West, on the way home today and see if they can order this stuff yet, if it's shown up in their dealer catalogs. If it has, then I'll go ahead and place the order with them and see if I get lucky. I'll probably swing by Cycle Gear and see if they've got a couple of little minor things that I was going to get off of Amazon that are out of stock on Amazon, like the grip puppies. I'll probably order the heated grip accessory for this bike because it ties right into the gauge cluster and into the left grip here and all that. So I'd like to get the OEM one instead of the aftermarket stuff like Oxford or whatever. But yeah, at any rate, when I get the heated grips, I'll probably have to take those grip puppies off. I don't know, I've never tried that. I wonder if heated grips will come through those foam over grips. Probably not. Kind of defeating the purpose. I ordered my CRG lane splitter mirrors to put on here. I thought about getting the EXO, the exoskeleton with that diamond herringbone pattern on the back, like I have on my Riker, but nothing on this bike has that pattern. It's kind of a smooth appearance, so I decided to go for the smooth back ones like I have on my other bikes, Super Cub and stuff like that. So those are arriving today and tomorrow, I believe, so I'll put the bar-in mirrors on this guy, and what else? Really, it's not much for accessories yet. You can't find anything unless it's just universal stuff. It's a big bump. Good Lord, this road's bad. That got me out of the saddle. What else? Yeah, so just the touring accessories are what I'm really after. And obviously the rear rack. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to put the passenger seat and foot pegs on this because my wife just doesn't really ride with me. Ooh, that's going to hurt. If she says she wants to ride with me, then I'll buy the seat, pegs, the back cushion, all that. It's like $330 for all of it when it's all told, said and done, I guess. But if she doesn't want to ride with me, I'm just going to get the rack, the solo rack that goes on the back of it, and I'll pair that up with the saddlebag supports. That way I can hang either the OEM saddlebags or, other dry bags or whatever. Now, one interesting thing, and I'll do the review if and when I buy those Honda bags, the right side bag over here is shorter than the left. So the left one is a 14 liter and the right one is a 10 liter, I think, if I got those numbers right. But it's definitely shorter on the right side because of the pipe. So I've seen a lot of people discussing aftermarket pipes like the Vance and Hines and the Two Brothers. Those are upswept pipes, so they would point right into your bags anyway. And the factory bag is going to be shorter to compensate for that muffler sitting over there. So you know, you're not going to be able to have a symmetric looking bag arrangement on this bike any old way you go. She gets right off the line. That was only about a quarter throttle. Good stuff. Depending on what kind of windscreen I end up with on here, I may put a rider scan right here. That'd be kind of nice. Definitely good to see what's around you in this crazy city traffic. I'm getting the rain going on. Oh yeah, good rain. Stinging on the shins up here. So I get my first commute and my first rain ride all in one. Hopefully I don't get too soggy. Kind of wanted to stop at a couple places on the way home. I'll do that if I'm soaking wet. I started getting the flashing fuel light, so that means I've got a gallon left according to the manual. 41 miles left, it says, and flashing at 1 gallon reserve. So that means this thing's getting 40-ish miles to the gallon, I'm guessing. We'll find out when I fill it up. But again, I don't know if the dealer filled it all the way full. I think they kind of short filled my CT125. Got it from them a few months ago. My second fill on the CT125 got better range. Of course, I wasn't blasting down the highway at full tilt everything. I like the throttle blips on the downshift. That's pretty cool. Auto blips to rev match. Okay, so let's see. While I'm sitting here and not holding up traffic. Oh, wrong one. I'm going to go to standard, switch modes, range. Total is 100 miles. So if I got 40 miles left, that's only 140 to a tank. That's not great. Sort that out. I'll have to go into the little menus here and figure out which one's consumption and all that is. There we go. Average speed, range. That's B. Trip A 1018. 43.9 miles to the gallon. US, of course. Interesting. Somewhere in there, it gives me a real-time consumption gauge. I don't remember where that is. Gotta play. Where is it? Average speed. Trip A, yeah. Range. Yeah. Oh. Trip A. Oh. There's my real-time consumption. Got to memorize the menus on it. So we'll see what the real-time consumption looks like, just cruising along at about 60, steady state. You going? You going? Steady state. Well, now I'm going up a hill. She's on about 46 miles to the gallon at 75. It's not bad. I don't know how that does its rolling average though. You can see how windy it is today. The light pole up there is bouncing up and down. About this partly cloudy sky they had on the forecast today, but it ain't partly cloudy. This is really cloudy. Go, you dipshits. creeping along forever and no signal. Yeah, get up there to where the cars are. There's that wind. Stop over here and put some fuel in this bike, and I'll continue on over to cycle gear, and then on the way back on I-10 I'll stop by Wild West, see if I can order those accessories. The bike still smells new. That fresh rubber hot engine smell. Okay then, time for the first fuel stop. Somebody spilled fuel over here. Whew, stinky. Okay, here we go. Go ahead and get the pump ready. Okay, I don't think this thing needs super unleaded, but I'll go ahead and put it in there. It's new, why not? Treat it right. Oh good, that thing doesn't hit the tank. I was curious about that. Oh, there's no little splash nozzle thing. Can you see that? Usually there's a little ring right here inside the tank that keeps you from putting it in too far, but okie dokie. So I guess the exercise here is just don't go up over the bottom of the neck on the lower side here, which would be the left side. The little stopper ring that's in most of the tanks makes it easy because you just let it burble up to the top of that and you're done. But this way, if you let it burble up to the top, oh, it's going to come out. Oh, it's getting close. It's getting close. Yeah, I'm right at the lower edge of that neck right there. So, oh yeah, 1 penny. $9.90. So I took 3 gallons and change, 3.14 gallons, and that is right up to the neck right here, just where it's about to spill out. So that's it. So it still had a full gallon and change, almost a gallon and a half in there. So the little reserve indicator is not quite accurate, but that's okay. I guess better safe than sorry, huh? So that means the range on this should be, easily 170 miles, if I'm calculating that right in my head. Okay, so let's see if we can do the normal anal mileage recording routine that I do. But I got to find all the little menus on here. So we've got no, I don't want that. I want out of there. 122 miles total. Range 123, total 122. There we go. Trip B. How do you get to trip A? Hold it down. Oop, I just reset trip B. Whoopsie. I don't know what I'm doing. Elapsed. Range 123. Total 122. Alright, well, we'll start there. Find my phone. Okay, how do I get to trip A? Consumption, elapsed, range, total, consumption. Huh. Oh, there we go, A. Oh, that's different. Trip B, trip A, trip B, trip B. Yeah, I still don't know. There it is. 121.4. Okay, we're going to reset that too. Cool. Alright, so now average consumption on A. That's what I want to leave it on. Okay, I'm going to change this battery and ride over to cycle gear. low speed trundling along, and maneuverability on this thing is very good. Low center of gravity, wide rear tire, so it almost wants to stand up by itself. DCT does a really good job on the upshifts and low throttle, part throttle stuff. I haven't really needed to drag the rear brake like you do on scooters sometimes, you know, to maintain power or maintain your arc in low speed corners around a parking lot or something like that. But the one thing that I have noticed is low speed corners as you're decelerating. If you're still decelerating as you round the corner, sometimes the downshift from second to third or from third to second or second to first is a little bit abrupt, and it'll cause the bike to slow down, and then you tip in more because you've lost momentum. So it's a little dicey sometimes. Go. So a couple of low-speed corners as I'm rounding, it would downshift, and I'd tip in and get really close to the curb, you know, or the runoff area inside the corner. So I'll probably just adjust my riding habits to either trail the brake on the way in, or manually downshift before a corner, just so I can set the transmission and it won't try to change on me when I'm not expecting it. If you're an experienced rider, that's not a big deal. You can, you know, adjust to it in a fraction of a second, but a new rider might find that a little unnerving when it downshifts and suddenly you're diving into the corner a little harder than you expected. The idle on this thing seems high, but that's what the factory spec says is around 1200 RPM, 12 to 1300, I think. For a big twin, that seems a little high to me, but I guess Honda knows what they're doing. I would figure it would idle closer to 1000 RPM, but maybe that's too luggy, lumpy for this motor. See if this pad detects me or not. This is my church right here, Katy Fellowship. Well, now there's a car behind me, so it'll detect the car before it detects me, probably. Still a little cautious about leaning this thing over into corners because I don't know quite where the pegs are. You know, most cruisers, you don't want to go leaning them real hard. You're going to find that traction limit quick. The pegs or pipes or something's going to drag. Oh man. Pegs or pipes, something's going to go. Can I take this one? No, I can't take this one. That's the next one. can never remember exactly which one gets me into the back of that shopping center. Come on, dude. It's your turn. Yeah, really use it. Further that way, because that's the mall. It's over here on this right side. Oh, dog. And now I'm paying for all those green lights that I got on 1463 on the way up here. Now I'm going to hit every one of these lights. Ooh, it's windy. Damn. I'll take the first one. I think it's the second or third one down. Yeah, it is. One of these entrances goes right through to the front of the shopping center, very close to Northern Tool and Cycle Gear. That must be Northern Tool. I see all the trailers out back. That means Cycle Gear is to my right, left, right, left, right, left, right, 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 right. What's over here? Okay then. We have arrived at the nation's second largest Cycle Gear store. And this one is only smaller by 50 square feet, is what I was told by one of the employees. This is a very nice store. I'll record a little bit in there. They've got a fancy helmet wall, and man, it is just super, super nice in there. Locked up. Got a bunch of other cruisers out here today. None like mine. Haha. How's it going, sir? Oh, that's right. I'll hang on to it. I got all the recording gear on there. So I'll try to record with it next to my head here. Check out all the lobby art they have. Nice. This one is really cool though. Up above the checkout stand here, they've got a dissected motocross bike. Exploded view. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then of course they have all the helmet wall and everything out here. Pretty much every helmet you can imagine. Cycle Gear shares inventory with Revzilla, if you weren't aware of that. Same company, I guess, or at least the same inventory back end. So this is a very nice store. It took them a long time to build it. They've got all kinds of nice stuff. Alright, well, I'm going to, oh hey, wait, backpacks, street luggage. Yeah, they got the Mach 5s here. I'm thinking about getting one of these. I have a similar, cheapy, but not Ogio, whatever, 169, not bad. I hope to get some other proper touring luggage for this thing soon. Okay then. Oh, hey, they rezoned all this. Check this out. Got a tiger. Cool. Alright, what I'm looking for are the grip puppies. I kind of know where they're going to be. 2 aisles over, but I wanted to see what they've got in the way of mirrors here. Speed metal, all their stuff. Nope, I'm waiting for mine. Mine are better. CRG. Oh, hey, dragging stuff with my backpack. Got all kinds of tools here. I needed a tool, but I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. So I'll remember when I'm home, and I need a spanner. I don't know if I want that one or not. Probably get a compact one like this, but I think I've got a couple of those sitting in my toolbox. What else? Tire irons, don't need. What do we got? What do we got? Nope, not going to get anything else in there today. Let's go straight over here to the grip aisle. Lubrication. Nope, this ain't the grips. Next one is the grips. And here's the grips. Do they have the grip puppies? They used to. I don't see them. Nope. Don't see the grip puppies. There's a very big selection of grips either. Got the regular foam grips, but that's not what I want. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Alright. Oh, wait. Another whole aisle here. What do we got? What do we got? We have grip puppies? Grip puppies? No. Okay, well, maybe they've got some over at Wild West. Wild West also used to have them. Don't see... Oh, it's a throttle tube. Don't need throttle tubes. This is all motocross stuff anyway. Okay, well... do a little quick show you around the showroom here. So they got all their jackets and pants and gloves and you name it. Nick scored a couple sets of really good gloves when he was here a couple months ago, back in December. I think it was December. Hell, it might have been January. I can't remember. I've slept at least once since then. So we got all kinds of stuff here. Very nice store. Please don't sit on the bike. Alright, well, that's all I came for. Oh, wait. Oh, gotta look at that. Check this out. Looks like a riding simulator. What do they have here? Royal Enfield. Oh, it's just sitting here. What is this all about? I don't get it. It's a nice looking bike. Wow, that's nice. I'm not up on Royal Enfield, so I don't know which one this is, but it looks like it's probably maybe a 350 or 450. It's a big thumper. What is that? Wowza. It's nice looking. I'm trying to figure out what this is. Is this supposed to be some kind of a riding simulator? Oh, I see. It's a giant squirrel cage blower, and they're just going to have you sit in here and get your hair blown like you're riding, but there's nothing to look at in front of you. Okay, that's different. Oh, okay. Well, there's my answer. It's a Continental GT, but I don't know what size that is. Would that be the 500? Anybody? No? I don't know. Probably find the displacement on the side of the motor. But I'm hooked here. Sorry, hold on. My cable's on my jacket. EFI 535. Okay, so it's a 535 with a kickstart. Well, I bet that's a monster to kick. It does have an electric starter on it too, huh? Cool. All right. I'm out of here. Go down there to Wild West. All right, thanks. Didn't have what I needed, but I'll come back. All right, then. Ooh, it's getting windy and colder. We might get some rain. Temperature's dropped about 5 degrees. Okay, oh, I just went and did it again. I gotta get used to having the lock separate from the rest of the ignition. I haven't had a cruiser in so many years. I forget. The exit is that gets me to the highway. I think it's this one. Yep. It's getting windy. Oh my gosh, so I gotta get that sinus medicine. My eyes are burning. Somebody poured salt in my eyes. Normally I carry eye drops with me for these occasions, but I didn't have any in this backpack. I usually keep it in my tank bags, but of course a tank bag on this bike. I wonder how a tank bag will fit on here. I might find one. We'll see. I'd like to get one that has the locking ring up here like the SW Motec. like this guy's sitting on a light. Starting to get wet. So easy to back this thing up. No problem reaching for the ground. So short. Alright. Well, go in and do a little shopping and see if I can order my stuff. But first, $18 scrambler. $74.99 for a bolt. Yeah. I'll look at the other ones over there on my way out. Nope, maybe I'll look at them now. We got a used Riker here. Can't tell what size it is. It's got to be the 600. Doesn't have the 900 stickers on there. Yeah, motor's smaller. Can't tell if it's used or new. One up, one down. Okay. Got a handful of three-wheelers out here for sale. F3T for $21. That's not bad. I don't think I like the matte paint though. Ooh, man, that's got a bunch of scuffs on it. What the hell? How many miles does it have on it? It's a 21, for Christ's sake. It's brand new. How many miles are on this thing? It's all scuffed up. It's a 20. It's a big one. What else they have? It's not bad for that CB1000. Well, they're a little thin on their used bikes still. I could help them out with that if they would give me enough money for mine. All right, back to the parts counter we go. How's it going?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm good. Ooh. Okay, well, partial success. I got some more Honda Pro spray cleaner, some chain lube, and the grip puppies that I wanted, the over grips for this. And I ordered the parts, but they're not going to be available for about 2 weeks for a couple of the items, and then over a month for the saddlebags and supports and all that kind of stuff. So that's a bummer, but at least if the rear rack for the fender and the the seat that I was going to get. Those are going to be available in just a couple weeks, so that's not bad. He said around the 23rd, 24th they should be in. Man, it is windy today. It's storm rolling in. It's Houston, so you can never trust the forecast. It's supposed to be partly cloudy today with light variable winds. Yeah, not. Full cloudy, super windy, cold, raining a little bit. It's windy. This bike handles crosswinds pretty well though. It's heavy enough and it doesn't have a lot of surface area. It's down low, so it doesn't get pushed around too badly. Yeah, look at the flags, just solid. It is kind of nice to be able to just sit back and relax at a light. Don't have to shift, don't have to worry about getting back in gear before traffic runs you over from behind. Just watch your mirrors, stay on the brake. Pick a lane, dude. Water in the eyeballs again. You're going the wrong way. So I think with the Air Hawk or a custom seat on this to add just a little bit more cushion, maybe raise it up a tiny bit, move it forward a tiny bit, whatever. Little stubby windscreen and the rear fender rack to be able to haul stuff. This thing's going to be a great little weekend tripper slash commuter, you name it.